Hi guys, how are you all? Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. I still remember my intro. That's a good sign. I don't know when was the last time I sat down to film a video. It was weeks ago. I had an incredibly tough July. A very tough July. Finally, I am back. I am sitting down to film my mid-year book freakout tag video in August. Yeah! I was considering not to do this video because I am doing it so late this year, but I really want to because this was the first ever book tag that I filmed for my channel and I want to keep this little tradition going. So anyways, it doesn't matter if it's in June or if it's in August. I am here to give you a couple of really good book recommendations. Well, enough of the explanations and the excuses and whatever. Now let's just get to the tech questions. I actually decided to spice things up a little bit this year and I changed some questions. I removed some questions, I added some questions, so you know, the video wouldn't get boring. And also there are certain questions that I just simply cannot answer, like for example, I have not read any sequels this year yet, so I cannot answer any questions related to sequels and whatnot. First question, how are things going? Well, great. Yeah, you know, you guys, when I mentioned in my summer renaissance video that I'm actually dealing with a massive burnout and things are not really going well, it is still true, but the universe decided to pile some additional things on me because burnout is not enough. So far I've had an incredibly tough summer, both in my personal as well as in my professional life, and it's been a little bit tough, but I just don't want to bring more negative energy into my life. So that's all I really want to say about it. And because summer has been so far a little bit tough on me, I want to spend the time that I have left for the summer, like August, 1 month, to do a little bit of traveling still in New England. I am going to Maine and certainly I am taking you guys with me. I am also going to Cape Ann, specifically Rockport, and yes, you guys are coming with me because I have a couple of bookish activities that I want to do there. I want to catch up with my reading. I have a lot of different new releases that I want to read. I also selected a couple of books that are outside of the echo chamber because this year you guys know that I am really putting an effort into reading books that are not very hyped. I will keep vlogging throughout the summer. I am going through my historical era and I'm actually so lucky that I live in a city that is so historical. Like me and Boston, we are basically a perfect match. Stay tuned for all the different videos that are coming out in August. After I'm done filming this video, I will also film another video where I will be discussing my most anticipated 2026 new book releases. Yes, I am filming that today. Today is a Saturday and I decided that today will be a filming day, so I will film a couple of other videos. I am also filming my top 10 favorite historical fiction recommendation video, and I am also filming a book haul. These videos are all coming out in August and all the different vlogs as well in Maine, in Cape Ann, and I still have another historical romance vlog that I owe you guys. It's all coming up. Next question, best books you've read so far in 2025. Wow, I have so many fantastic book recommendations to give you guys because I've read some amazing books this year. And the very first one that I want to show you is There Are Rivers in the Sky by Elif Shafak. In my humble opinion, this is the best book that this lady has ever written. Now look, I have not read her entire backlist, but every time I pick up an Elif Shafak, I feel like that I am a changed person once I finish that book. And this one, this is her latest release. I believe it came out the end of 2024. Oh my god, you guys. This is the best book of 2025. Like, hands down, and the best book I've ever read from this lady. This is something that you just simply have to read. This is a mix of historical fiction and literary fiction, and there are multiple timelines. We are in modern London doing like science, water research specifically. We also spent some time in Victorian London following a character, and then we also start out in ancient Mesopotamia. It's just absolutely fantastic. If you watched the vlog where I read this book, you saw me bawling my eyes out. Bawling my eyes out. When you pick up an Elif Shafak book, you will never be the same person once you finish her books. It's just absolutely insane. This woman is a fantastic author. Next, Happy Medium by Sarah Adler. Oh my god, this is such a good book. And I mean, can we just like admire the cover for a second? Such a good book. You guys know that I very rarely read historical romance, contemporary romance, and this one had a little bit of paranormal element to it, just a little bit, nothing too much, and definitely not scary. It was so good, you guys. If you like contemporary romance, and even if you don't like contemporary romance, you know what? This book is definitely worth it. I need to read the backlist of this author. Next, let me show you two romanticists that I absolutely adored. One of them is Bryony and the Roses by T. Kingfisher. It's a Beauty and the Beast retelling. Do I need to say more? T. Kingfisher, Beauty and the Beast retelling? Of course, I absolutely adored it. And then the other one, Blood and Steel by Helen Schurer? I believe that's how you... Schurer? I hope that's how you pronounce her name. Wow. I only read the first book in the series. I know that there are 3 other books in the series, and already now the different spin-offs are coming out, so I definitely need to catch up with this series. Oh my god. You guys will see my opinion when finally the very first of my romantasy vlogs come out. Absolutely fantastic book. There are people out there who compare it to Akasef, Court of Silver Flames. I wouldn't go that far, but it is, as far as romantasy goes, I feel like that this is a fantastic book. And other than that, I have 2 more books here. One of them is a historical romance, Blackmore. I have a vlog coming out where I read this book, and you guys, this is one of the best historical romances that I've ever read in my life, okay? That's all I'm gonna say. The cover, I adore it. This author needs to write more historical romances, that's all I'm saying. And then last but not least, I want to mention a reread. This is one of my all-time favorite books. This is a historical fiction, or maybe I should say this is like a modern Hungarian classic, and that is Abigail by Magda Szabó. If you think that this book is like all worn out and like it survived, I don't know, like so many years, it is because it's true. This is an old family copy. This book came out, I don't know, in the 70s or in the 80s, 1970, and this is my family copy, and I absolutely adore it. This is historical fiction, Hungarian classic, and this is one Hungarian book that has been translated into English. So if you want to read from a Hungarian author, Magda Szabó, depending on where you are in the world, she is, I feel, in my personal humble opinion, she is one of our best authors to start with. Next, what is the best book you've reread so far this year? Abigail by Magda Szabó. This is the only book I've reread this year. I should do a better job at rereading my books, because I have like 500 books, and I bet you sweet little plump asses that I don't remember every single book that I've read, so I need to reread them. And especially when I reread one of my all-time favorites, I mean, are you kidding me? Of course that will be a success. Wait, I'm actually lying, because I also reread A Court of Silver Flames, but I always reread this book because every time I go through like a tough period in my life, you guys know that this is one of my comfort reads. Thank you. Thank you for your contribution to today's video, FedEx guy. Anyways, this is one of my comfort reads, and every time when life is just a little bit tough, I go back to Prettian and I spend some time with the characters, and I really like the first book, Tamlin, Feyre, Lucian, and that little found family. I really like it. So technically speaking, these are my 2 rereads and all-time favorites, so that's always a success. Next question, biggest disappointment of 2025. I have 2. And I am disappointed. I am deeply, deeply disappointed. And one of them is Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I have an entire vlog about this book and how disappointed I was in this book. Usually when it comes to Taylor Jenkins Reid, I have a very good opinion about her books. Well, not this time. I did not like this book. It didn't work for me. And also the same goes for Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry, the newest Emily Henry. I don't have the physical copy. I only listened to the audiobook, narrated by the one and only Julia Whelan. The narration was like top notch, as always, is Julia Whelan, but the book was shit. This book was terrible. One of you guys commented on the reading vlog where I read that book, and you were like, it was a big beautiful disappointment. And I was like, yeah, you're actually right. This book was not good. It was so boring, you guys. It was so boring. The storyline of Margaret, the socialite, if you read this book, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It completely overshadowed the romance and the characters and the relationships, and that's usually what I enjoy in the Emily Henry books, so I didn't like it. Boring. But anyways, I applaud Emily Henry for, you know, trying something new. She's trying to branch out, maybe. You know, after a while, when you publish like only God knows how many books, you want to change it up a little bit. And I personally think that's what she tried. I don't think it was a success. To me, it was not a success, but I also saw a couple of reviews and I watched a couple of booktube videos, and people were all over the place for this book, and they say that this is the best Emily Henry ever published. I don't know. What do you think? Did you like this book? All right, next, the biggest surprise of 2025. And I have to say that that was definitely Happy Medium by Sarah Adler. I fell in love with this book. I fell in love with the characters specifically. And again, because I don't read a lot of contemporary romance, to me, for contemporary romance to make it onto one of my best books of 2025, that is a disappointment. I adored everything about this book. And I have a favorite character in here. I cannot talk about it. I cannot talk about it without spoiling a plot. I don't want to. I feel like that this book is not as popular as it should be. Read it! And also, and I cannot believe that I am putting this into one of my videos and I am uploading this on the internet, but guys, Never Lie by Frida McFadden. This book was good. This book was good. I am considering to get the physical copy for this book, and I never thought that I would say, or I would buy, or I would be enthusiastic about a Frida McFadden book, because I so very heavily criticize this author, right, along Colin Hoover. Anyways, this one was so good. I feel like at the time when I read this book, I was going through just a little bit of a reading slump because I was very sick at the time, and you know, this popcorn thriller, basically, because that's what it is, it just really kept me up and going and kept my mind going. So it was really entertaining at the time, and there you go. I never thought I would include a Frida McFadden book in one of my recommendation videos, but here we go. Okay, next, new favorite author. All right, I will definitely read more books by Sarah Adler, that's for sure. I will also need to pick up the other book in the Blood and Steel series. I don't know the official name for this romantasy series, but I am so impressed with this first book, and I also really want to read all the spin-offs from this world that the author is coming out with. And also Claire Pooley, because I read the book How to Age Disgracefully, and I want to basically order all of her backlist because I enjoyed that book so much, and I still don't know how to explain it, and I said the exact same thing in my vlog, but this author kind of like gave me the same feelings that I get when I read a Frederick Beckman book. And the way this author and Frederick Beckman write about human condition, I think it's just absolutely top-notch. I need to read more from this woman. Okay, next question is new fictional crush. For some reason, I put down the name Henry. Who is Henry? Who the hell is Henry? I'm just like looking at all the books that who the hell is Henry? I do not have any new fictional crushes. I am a loyal girl. I am a loyal woman. To me, it's Lucian forever and always. I will never change my mind about Lucian. Okay, so I don't know who the fuck Henry is, but it's Lucian. Okay, next, new favorite character. Joanne from Atmosphere. Absolutely 100%. She is the main character. She is on the cover. She was so loving and caring towards her family, and she was so dedicated towards her work. And I remember still, and I know that I mentioned this in the vlog, but there was this one moment when she makes a heartbreaking decision and my heart broke for her and with her, but I know that she made the right decision, and I'm like, girl, you're everything, you're so strong. I'm just like, oh, Joanne, I want to be you. Well, I don't really want to be you because she struggled a lot in this book. I don't really want to be you, but I just want to have your strength, especially these days. Okay, I just want to have your strength. So there you go. And then, oh, Henry from Blackmore. I put him into the new favorite character category. Henry from Blackmore. Oh yes, the guy from Blackmore. Oh yeah. Well, I wouldn't say that he is my new fictional crush because again, nobody will really beat Lucian, but indeed he was an absolutely perfect male character in this book. So yes, let's give a shout out to Henry. I kind of forgot about him, but that's okay. That's okay. I'm still gotta give him a shout out. Next, a book that made you cry. That is this book. Absolutely, without a question, There Are Rivers in the Sky by Elif Shafak. I bawled my eyes out reading this book, and this book was with me for weeks, and every time I thought about the events that happened in this book and also certain things that happened to the characters in this book, I was so affected. I was so emotional, and I caught myself tearing up weeks after reading this book. So hands down, There Are Rivers in the Sky by Elif Shafak. A book that made you happy. Now that has to be Happy Medium by Sarah Adler. Again, no questions asked. There is one, such a funny character in this book. And again, I cannot talk about it because I would just spoil the plot for you guys, but he is possibly my favorite character. Why is it that I am not talking about his character when I talk about my favorite characters? I cannot really, because again, that would be a major spoiler, but just read this book, okay? That is the message in today's video. Just read this book. Oh my God. Everything is just all over the place. Everything is falling apart. Well, that seems to be the theme of the summer. All right, next question. The most beautiful book you bought or received this year? Oh my God, I have a huge pile of books to show you guys here, because you guys know that I am a sucker for beautiful books. Okay, and the very first one, you will see a lot of fantasy here because fantasy is always a win. Like, I feel like publishers and cover designers, they always put a lot of effort into designing fantasy books, and one of them is Onyx Storm. I am not like head over heels for this series by Rebecca Yarros like all the other romantasy girlies, but this book design and the sprayed edges is just absolutely gorgeous, and I have to give that to Rebecca Yarros, or more like her publisher, designer, whatever. I also really like the cover design for Quicksilver. Oh my god, I almost said something I wasn't supposed to say. You guys, I do adore this cover, but 1 week ago I watched a video that somebody reviewed this book, and they pointed out something on the cover, like specifically how this little bit there looks like, and we all know what it is. It is the Quicksilver. But it looks like something else, and now when I look at this cover I cannot see anything else but that thing on his face, okay? That's like so inappropriate. I am just being so inappropriate right now. But anyways, I need to clear out my little reading corner. Quicksilver is definitely a beautiful design. And then I also have another fantasy book, Voyage of the Damned. This book, this is a special edition that I actually got. Maybe that's why it's so beautiful inside. Oh my god, it looks so gorgeous. The entire book is just so gorgeous. I absolutely hated the content. This was one of the worst books I read this year, but we cannot deny that the design of the book is just absolutely gorgeous. I also have 2 other romantasies that I love, and one of them is Entreat Me. This is again a Beauty and the Beast retelling, and can you just like look at that absolutely insane cover? What a beautiful book. And another romantasy, Viciously Yours. I adore this cover. It is so simple and beautiful, green, gold. I just love it. I love that cover. I also have What Happens in Amsterdam here. Come on now. Can you just look at that cover and say that you don't want to read this book? Come on now. And I also have 2 more books here. One of them is again a special edition, a Barnes & Noble special edition that I bought with you guys in one of my New York City vlogs, and this is an absolutely gorgeous book. And also, last but not least, I have to mention another new release of 2025, and that is The Stolen Queen by Fiona Davis. That cover and the design of this book is just gorgeous. Oh wow, look at it. I buy books because of their covers, because I am shallow like that, okay? Okay, next question. What books do you need to read by the end of this year? Do I need to read any books? No. But do I want to? Yes. And I have 3 books in particular. I have a lot of new releases that I actually want to read this year, because we have some really good books coming out towards the end of the summer and also in the fall. So I have a lot of books on my list, but I have 2 books in particular, 2 witchy books that I am really interested in, and one of them is the newest Sangu Mandana, A Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping. I'm sure that many of us is reading this book soon, and also the newest book by Silvia Moreno Garcia, The Bewitching. Look at that book. Look at the cover of that book. I mean, this is so insanely beautiful, and some of this book, not all of it, but based on what I read, some of this book is actually taking place in Massachusetts. So I mean Salem, you know, but I don't know exactly if it's like taking place in Salem, but it's definitely in Massachusetts. But like Massachusetts, when it comes to witches, it's usually very famous, infamous because of Salem, right? So these 2 definitely as far as new releases go. And also Heavenly Buddies. I feel like finally it is the time. I am rediscovering my love for romantasy this year, and after this beautiful experience with Blood and Steel, I decided to also pick up Heavenly Buddies. I feel like that there are a lot of books out there, a lot of booktubers out there who had really great opinion about Heavenly Buddies. So that is also something that's definitely happening this year. Well, I think that we should finish this video by answering a couple of questions about the channel and about our community. I feel like that it's so fun because I'm not only a reader, and I'm using this tag not only to review my reading this year, but also my channel and what it is that our community really likes on this channel. So next question is, what is your favorite video that you've made so far this year? I absolutely adored my Q&A that I did when we reached 1,000 subscribers. I actually really like that. I want to use my vlogs, and that's why I want to vlog a little bit more. Also, because I feel like that's the best way for me to connect with you guys. I love sit-down videos, and I know that you guys love sit-down videos when I give you recommendations and I talk about whatever I want to talk about. But it's truly the vlogs where I can share a little bit more about myself and my life. Nothing too much, because I am a private person. I am not a secretive person. I don't do secrets, but I am a very private person. But I want to vlog a little bit more and share about myself, maybe a little bit more, if this is something that people are interested in. And I feel like that in my Q&A I answered a lot of your questions, and that was the first video when I was like, you know, truly able to connect with you guys a little bit more. I also really like my video essays, and it's actually something that I want to do also like for the rest of the year, because I have like so many ideas to work on. The very first video essay that I did, it was about qualitative reading goals for the year. I also talked about how a new reading era is coming, and I also talked about consumption, and specifically this TikTok trend, under consumption, books and under consumption, and you guys actually adored that video. So I want to film more video essays, and if you guys want to leave me any recommendations down below, what are the topics that you want to hear about, let me know. I also really liked my Read It or Unhaul It vlogs this year, and you guys also seem to love them. And I came up with an idea how to, like, you know, spice things up a little bit with just like a little bit of twist. And I am soon filming another Read It or Unhaul It vlog. And also, I really liked basically my very first video in 2025, which was about all the best books of 2024. When I talk about my best books, I always, again, twist it a little bit. I don't just sit down, you know, and I show you a bunch of books, but I come up with all these categories and we basically do an award show. And in my eyes, in my humble opinion, it's fun. And I also really like to film that video. Okay, next, which video did you think would flop but actually did well? That's basically all my Read It or Unhaul It vlogs, but specifically this one, spring Read It or Unhaul It vlog. You guys actually loved it. Now the next is, which video did you think would do well but flopped? I have two videos here. One of them is my top 15 all-time favorite books. You guys usually love it when I talk about book recommendations and what are my favorite books, and especially my all-time favorite books. But for some reason, people did not like that video and it kind of flopped. I feel like only 500 people watched it or something like that. I expected, you know, a little bit more interested in that video. And also my bookstore vlog when we went to the Lovestock bookstore here in Boston, Cambridge specifically. It's like an all exclusive romance bookstore, and that bookstore is so beautiful. And I thought that that video would do better because you guys would be just a little bit more interested in that bookstore, but I was wrong. Anyways, it's fine. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes videos do well and then sometimes videos don't do that well. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. And the last question, are there any upcoming videos that you are excited to make? Yes, for all 3 seasons that are coming up, because we still have the rest of the summer. And just like I said, I will keep vlogging throughout the summer, and we will go around New England a little bit, definitely Maine and definitely Cape Ann, so stay tuned for those videos. But I'm also really excited about the fall content, because basically I already planned what kind of videos I will be filming in the fall, and I am particularly excited about two vlogs. One of them will be my Harvard vlog. We will do a dark academia reading vlog, and I will take you guys to Harvard. And also my witchy vlog. We will do a witchy vlog, and I will also take you guys to Salem in October. I personally feel it will be so much fun. And as always, I am really, really excited about Bookmess. I cannot wait for Bookmess. I just love filming the Bookmess vlogs. I am an absolute sucker for Christmas and for the entire festive season. And also, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like, I'm already ready for 2025 to end. So yeah, I am looking forward for Bookmess. All right, you guys, we reached the end of today's video. Please let me know in the comments down below if you read any of these books, especially if you read like these 3 books that I am looking forward to read, and also all the others. Let me know your thoughts. Did you like these books? You hated these books? That's fine. It's a safe place. You can comment whatever it is you want to comment. You can tell me everything that is in your dark little souls. Now hit share, like, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so. I have a lot of fun bookish videos coming up, but while you're waiting for those videos, I will put a couple on the screen, probably here and here, and I'll see you soon in an upcoming video. Bye!